All right. So I'm live on both of these streams. So I'm on Facebook and I'm on my YouTube page. Please share this with your Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook followers. So here's the thing. This is proof that Ahmaud did not attack did not initiate attack on the white man. Okay. This is proof. And it all has to do with this yellow line. It all has to do with this yellow line on the road. People are always saying, why didn't Ahmaud, and it's mostly the anti black people, they have more questions about Ahmaud than they have about what Travis should have did. Maybe Travis should have stayed in the truck. They'll never want to say that, not the anti-blacks. But I want to have the courage to come forth and bring this discussion in a different understanding. Okay. A victim never has to prove why they did what they did. Let me say it again. A victim never has to prove why they did what they did. Okay. So Ahmaud did not initiate an attack. The question you have to ask yourself, why did Travis go from inside of his car to on the left side of the yellow line in the road, blocking Ahmaud? And when Ahmaud went around to the right, why do you see Travis going over that yellow line to the front of the truck and meeting Travis on the right side? Why? See, everybody wants to say this stuff on what did the dead person do. The dead person could have acted like Superman and flew away. The dead person could have opened his parachute. The dead person could have pushed the Office Depot button. But this guy did not initiate the attack. Anytime you make a person feel as if they cannot get away, like they'll be shot in the back, a person is going to do what warriors do. Okay, they're going to protect themselves. So the minute Travis was on the left side of the road, Travis on the left side of the road, and he's on the left side of the yellow line, on the left side of the yellow line. When you see Travis cross over the yellow line to confront Aubrey on the front right side of the truck. Now I want you to bear with this again, because nobody wants to discuss what Travis did. See, all of the anti-black people only want to speak about what the dead person did, because the dead person can't say otherwise. But let's examine something. The driver's door is not the front of the truck. We all know that. It's the side of the truck. So Travis got out of the truck. Now he's on the side of the truck. Aubrey is running toward them. Now, let's be clear. The only person we have here as a witness is the two white men. Okay? Because the third white man, there's a third white man, is saying he is getting railroaded by the other two. And he is an innocent victim in all this. This is what the third white man is saying. And on top of that, the district attorney was trying to be the personal lawyer for McMichael because the district attorney was trying to throw out the case altogether, which is why he wrote what he wrote in defense of his longtime friend, Mr. McMichael. And also why it took over 2 months for them to do anything about it. And why the same friend recused himself. Didn't recuse himself 2 months prior, only when he got caught. So let's go back to Travis again. So Travis gets out of the driver's side car. Now, Travis is on the left side. You have no proof, ladies and gentlemen, no proof that they said anything to Aubrey up until until the video shows him getting close to them. And in the video, he is running on the left side where the truck is not parked. You see someone getting out of the driver's side and standing on the left. Suddenly, the camera dips to the right and repositions back to the center. And you see and finally hear someone yell something. You suddenly see Aubrey dash to the right side of that truck. Now, let's take Aubrey's mindset into consideration. Let's presume that he's innocent, okay? Because nothing was touched ever. Nothing was ever stolen. So this guy runs to the right side of the truck to avoid. You don't know if he saw the second guy in the truck with a gun. And by this time, Travis has left from the left side of the road, crossed over the yellow line with his gun, crossed over the yellow line, and confronts this dude on the front side of his truck. And yes, the dude running was like, well, I ain't gonna be able to get away. Somebody's gonna shoot me in the back, and I'll be damned if I get shot in the back on this road and nobody knows where I'm at. See, the point is, nobody should have brought a gun. You should have brought 4 fists. You have 4 fists versus 2 fists. But you wanted to bring this gun to intimidate this person. But with all that aside, let's like I said, he couldn't have attacked them, because anytime you fear that you will be shot in the back, you don't run in an effort to get shot in the back. You try to do what you can to stay alive. Now, the point of the matter is what a terroristic threat is. What a terroristic threat is. A terroristic threat can be verbal or physical. You have no identification as this private citizen, and you do not own the property. Because see, here's the funny thing. Black people are always trying to speak up for white people, using white people talking points that they don't understand. Number one, you cannot, every security guard in the world knows, you have to have permission from the owner of the building to do anything. Every security guard knows. If somebody comes up there and sets fire to the place, even though you sat up here and stopped the person from setting fire to the place, and you yourself got burnt badly, you know what the first thing the owner of the building is going to say? Thank you very much, but whatever company you work for, I'm quite sure they'll take care of you. We're going to remove you from the site and bring somebody else in because We told you observe and report only. Even though that private security guard has the ability to subdue this person or what, you do not necessarily have the right of the owner to do anything. Now, here's another thing. Just because you have the right of an owner doesn't mean you have the legal right to do it. Let me show you another example. There are security guards who think that just because a building told them that they don't want nobody to stand in front of the building and take pictures, that they can go out to the public sidewalk and tell the person taking pictures, no, this sidewalk is part of the building too. No, it's not. No, it's not. And managers of buildings get this confused, but I'm going to explain it. The city will charge that building for maintaining that sidewalk, especially if the building owner has asked for something special in front of their building, whether it be glitter, whether it be see-through windows, whether it be chrome framed windows, whether it be marble sidewalk. The city has asked that, hey, in order for you to get that, you're going to have to maintain that sidewalk. That doesn't mean it's part of their property. Now, let's get back to the whole killing. If you don't have the owner's permission to speak for you about who is walking into your property, your only thing you can do is watch and make a phone call. If you don't have permission, this has gotten a lot of people in trouble and sued when they're messing with Airbnb guests. Look it up. It's gotten a lot of people sued when they messing with Airbnb guests. If you see somebody go into your neighbor's home and they got keys, all you can do is call the police. You can't go out there talking about I'm gonna whoop your butt. You can barely go out there and ask what you can go out and ask what you're doing, but you can't enforce nothing. All you can do is call the police. Now let's deal about this law 1710 that Travis and McMichaels is using. And you got some anti-black Australians talking about just because McMichael has years of law enforcement, therefore they're sure McMichael knows the law of what he can and can't do. You and I know that's a dumb thing, because there's many of officers who've broken the law thinking that they were enforcing the correct law. Georgia law 1710 states you have to be the owner of the property to make a citizen's arrest about that property. You cannot be a person watching the property. It doesn't say anything about that. And you got Brandon Tatum telling a lie. You got anti-black Logan telling a lie. Everybody's trying to create a different narrative than what the stuff says. And really, the whole thing for the citizen arrest has more to do with retail than it does private personal citizens at your home. But let's not even go down that route. Let's stick with the fact that if you don't have permission from the owner of the property, you can't even talk about trespassing. You can't even talk about citizen's arrest. You can do nothing but make a 911 call. And when Travis stopped giving the 911 officer information, he set the agenda of premeditated. When the officer still asking him questions and he done hung up the phone, picked up his gun, and out to go track this guy down. That's premeditated because the officer is asking you questions. The officer on the 911 call You can hear the officer asking, hey, look, what did he do? Travis goes blank. Travis is unable to tell him what he did. See, this is the problem. And you got too many anti-black people trying to cape, Superman cape for folks. Here's the reality. Here's the reality. When this guy is running, and look, let's be clear, especially for people who say, hey, he probably saw him on the phone and took off. How did he see him on the phone when McMichaels himself in his own police report says he was across the street and this guy was inside the house? See, now you're speculating. Now you're trying to create a narrative that you have no evidence of. And in actuality, the evidence that I have, on a previous night, a black person who they say looks like this guy who was running, with nobody around in the complete dark, just took off running. Who did he see on the phone then? Yo, man, you at the door? Yes, sir. All right, be right there. So then that's my carpenter. I got my carpenter doing some stuff. So that's the thing you got to understand. What was being done? So I'm gonna go back to how he did not attack these people right after I let my carpenter in the house to finish doing the work he was doing. Hold on for a second. I'll be back in 3 minutes. All right. So back to how Aubrey did not attack the two guys. Okay. Here's a little thing that happens in law when a person feels like they cannot get away. Now, when you hear anti-black people explain, well, he could have ran to the right, he could have ran to the left. No. They got a little thing in the law where it says when you feel that you are unable to go and move at your own free will, you are therefore arrested. Where are all the police officers right now? Let me say it again. Regardless of whether I'm touching you, if I go to the left and you block my way that way and you have a gun, I am therefore intimidated in the law. If you go to the left and you move to meet me over there, I feel like I'm not able to go at my own free will and I feel like my life is in jeopardy. Right then and there, it doesn't matter if I hit you first. You have a weapon that can shoot me down. Therefore, feel intimidated. This is something you guys have to understand when it comes to how the law works. Stop listening to white people tell you this fantasy, because a lot of you dudes, you sit up here and you try to use the same stuff you heard some white person say, and it doesn't add up. It doesn't equate to the same thing. Okay? You guys gotta stop letting white folks play you. You gotta stop letting white folks play you. So here's the thing. If you feel like you're gonna be shot in the back, If you feel like you don't have an avenue to go to the left, to the right, if you got a third car driving up on you on the back, you don't feel like you're going to make it. Nobody wants to run and get shot in the back. And if you feel like that, you're going to do what you need to do to survive, whatever that may be. See, the initiating happened when Travis stopped him from going to the left, which is where he was originally going to more than likely run past them. When Travis stepped out on the left, he went to the right. When he went to the right, Travis crossed the yellow line. The video shows it. Travis crossed the yellow line with his gun raised to meet him on the right side of the truck. Dude, that he can't get away. What y'all gonna say? Run to the woods and get shot in the back? No, you feel like you about to die on some back road where nobody knows that you at. Because nobody who wants to talk to you is going to come with guns raised. Again, it's the white man's argument that anti-black people with black faces are trying to use. Nobody who wants to get the police don't even come to you with their guns raised unless somebody has said that you got something. Now, again, let's go with this argument of he had something. Because, see, white people sit up here, will tell black people, hey, he had something. And black folks will run with it. So what did he have? Well, let's ask a big question. The first officer, Mr. Mencino, got there first. Why did he not write the police report? Mencino got there first, but he did not write the police report. Explain that. Make that make sense. You know, it's all about first to the scene, right? So if we all know that, why did the second officer say, and I quote, upon my arrival, Mencino was already taping off the crime scene, and Travis was leaning over the body with blood on him? Huh? Wait a minute. Let's read that again. You mean to tell me another officer came to the scene and Travis is still over the body, and the cop that got there first is taping off the scene? The first cop is not telling Travis to sit down, stay away from the body? None of that, huh? This is a police officer writing this. And we're going to go into that again a little later. So, wait a minute. You mean to tell me the first officer does not write the report? That is really interesting. That's really interesting. And that's something you ADOS black dudes should be asking. Why did the first police officer not write the report? And the biggest question is, why did Travis stop him on the left side and then cross the yellow line with his gun raised on the right side? But you guys feel he's not supposed to fight for his life. He's just supposed to stand there and hope he don't get shot. He don't know what this is all about. And for those of you who say he do know what it's about, it's a trespassing charge at most. You guys got these Australian white dudes making comments on what happened in America, talking about, well, McMichael's had all this experience. He's an investigator. You don't know if he's a decorated officer. You don't know if he's an officer at all. The most you know about this guy is he's an investigator. You don't know if he's ever been an actual police officer. You know he just works with the police. See, this is the crazy stuff you got to deal with when you talking to some of our people. They carry the white water from the well all the way out to the desert and don't even know why, while their family starves. This is the craziness. Now I see something's wrong with my um, YouTube, so I'm gonna try to fix this because YouTube be doing some crazy stuff, and I don't know why I don't have access to the chat and all the other stuff that I had access to. So we'll come back again. We'll end this video, but we'll come back again and we'll pick it up to see if I can get so this disabled. I think just because it's a mod, they disabled it, but we'll see. I'll see if I can get it corrected. All right, stay tuned. I should be back in maybe 15 minutes.